We have at last managed to find you. I still think of you and miss you so much. Don't leave it too long, Dragonborn. It's been too long already.
Nah, I'm just trying to do you a favor, friend. Well. Look who's back. No pass, huh? Well, for you, the price is just double to 200 gold.
Need something?
I think it's wrong you sending all these people over the border to their deaths.
Are you making some kind of joke?
No, really. Women? Children? You must be very proud of yourselves.
You got some balls talking to us like that. For a lady. My advice to you is to turn around and walk back the way you came. After all, a man's gotta make a living.
Well, she ain't moving, fellas. Some folks don't want to listen to good advice.
Maybe she's got shit in her ears, huh? Or maybe she's just stupid.
Dying ain't much of a living.
Well, cry me a river.
Never should have come here. Do your work.
That takes care of that.
Hey, watch it.
Oh, thank you for the assist. Like it? Bunch of jerks. Alright, let's check these guys out. They sure do have a lot of jewelry on them. Aw. See? That's the problem right there. Thanks for the singing. This problem solved. Let's go to Cyrodiil.
What is it? Yes?
Okay. Now I'm ready.
So many raids these days from Redguard nomad raiders. I'll make an official report and have this mess cleaned up. Please follow me.
Sounds like a plan,
Show
sir.
the pass to the new Imperial Guards on the Cyrodiil side of the border. Keep it safe. You'll need it to travel freely between the provinces. One more thing. Whatever you see down there on the border, please remain calm and remember what I said about who you represent now. Enjoy your stay.
Sounds like more trouble ahead. Welcome to episode 2, Rigmor of Cyrodiil, the reboot. Couldn't bring our horse, so conveniently, we've got Boy here to ride. In a snowstorm. The less place we saw Rigmor.
The border's closed. What business do you have here?
I'm here to visit Bruma on official business. I have a pass.
Let me see. Okay, all seems in order. But I should warn you to keep your weapon sheathed, and any acts of violence will be met with the full force of the law. You may, of course, defend yourself if you are attacked, but those are the rules. Open the gates.
Move along quickly. There's nothing here that concerns you.
I think there is. I very much think there is. Yeah, I want to see what's going on here.
I'm warning you. Back off. I'm warning you. Back off.
Okay, I can only defend myself, so...
That's close enough.
I don't think it is.
Never should have come here.
Bruce?
Alright, where are you, buddy? Aw, you're stuck. Too bad for you. This is terrible. And now you've all paid your price. You're an insult to the Imperial Guard. Cyrodiil's got problems if that's what the Guard is. There it is, Bruma in the distance. And the Imperial City further in the distance. Tara's gonna change outfits. Don't need everyone to know the Dragonborn is coming into Cyrodiil. There, that's a little more incognito. Let's go. Look at that Oblivion Gate. Oh,
Welcome to the free city of Bruma.
I've got a pass.
No need for that here, friend.
I'm here to see the Countess.
Go through the gate, turn right, and follow the road to the blacksmith. There's a stable there if you need one. Go up some stone steps, the keep is right in front of you. You can't miss it. Welcome to Bruma.
Well, thank you. Very friendly. Let's check out this city. Stop at the stables he mentioned. Alright, boy, you relax a while. Terra was lost in Bruma in the year 200. So it's been 5 years now. This must be the place.
Halt! What is your business here?
I'm here to speak to the Countess.
You'll be lucky. She's never here. Better off checking the tap and tack.
Guardian General. Guardian General.
It's been some time since I was called that, soldier.
I was with you at the Battle of Whiterun, Cassius Legion, wounded in battle.
Those are dark times. You have my respect.
Aye, General. It was an honor and a privilege to serve under you. But, as my friend says, Milady Rigmor is not with him.
Actually, I'm here to see Sigyn.
Why didn't you say, pass, General?
So Rigmor is not here. Let's see Sigyn and find out what's going on.
It has been 2 weeks since the Emperor requested the Countess's presence at the Imperial City. The Emperor would like to know, no, he demands to know, why the Countess has not made the time to attend. As you can see by my own presence here today, it's absolutely imperative that she does.
I am sorry, Lord Chancellor. I will make sure the Countess learns of the urgency to attend.
One might begin to think the Countess is avoiding her duties to the Empire. One might think Lady Sigyn has become the Countess in waiting, while her daughter...
Enough! Lord Chancellor, mind your tone and manners. Please inform the Emperor the Countess will be forthcoming. I shall personally make sure she attends as soon as possible.
Please do. I would hate to have to find and escort her to the palace myself. I think you understand the gravity of this needless situation only too well. You have 1 week from today to comply. Good day, Lady Sigyn.
Dragonborn!
Carice! I knew you'd be here.
We have an obligation to protect and serve the descendants of Morgan of Winterhold.
Of course. Sigyn asked me to come. Here I am.
Lady Sigyn is in parley. Come, we can wait in the cabinet room.
That's a lie. He's let them chickens run round wild. They came over my fence, my lady.
How many chickens are we talking about?
That'd be 6 chickens, my lady. Worth 6 septims, that is.
Oh, Jimmy.
It ain't my fault, my lady. I ain't got no 6 septims. Me auntie, she recently hurt her elbow.
Enough! Jimmy, listen to me carefully. If I hear of your dog again, it will cease to be. Do you understand?
Yes, my lady.
Malisam, take 6 septims from the court purse and compensate the plaintiff.
As you wish, my lady.
So, we just stand around?
It's court protocol until Lady Sigyn asks us to sit.
Dragonborn, thank the gods you came. How many years now? Well met.
Too many. I got your letter, Sigyn.
She did write you, you know, but we could never find you.
How is she?
She's fine. You know Rigmor. When we first arrived, it took some time to get used to our new lives. She didn't take too well to living here in the keep. Our old house is now her apartment. I have been left to attend to the more mundane courtly duties, with the help of court advisor Malisam and Master Freyathov.
Ah, Guardian, alive and well. I am so pleased to make your acquaintance once again.
Talasan. I take it you've settled in well.
I seem to have this preference for cold, wintry places. We feel right at home here, don't we, Keris? Please let me introduce you to Master Friafoff, a scholar and court mage to the Countess.
I have heard so much about you, Guardian. It's good to finally meet you at long last.
Come, let's sit. Help yourselves to refreshments.
Yep. Try that again.
Well met.
Again, what's all this about? And who was that back there?
Martin Blackwell, Lord Chancellor to the Emperor.
A very dangerous man, Guardian. He heads a very secretive and powerful spy network. Former Lord Chancellor to Titus Mead II, and now does the bidding of the new dynasty.
So he supports this usurper?
His loyalties lie in the sworn oath to protect and serve the imperial throne, no matter whose behind rests upon it. He became bitter after failing to find Titus Mead II, leaving a rather long and bloody trail behind him. He blames the Dark Brotherhood and utterly crushed the underground ring here in Cyrodiil. But he is cruel and devious, and we have good cause to fear him.
What does all this have to do with Rigmor?
Before he can be coronated, the Emperor needs Rigmor to sign the noble decree.
Yes. Our bandit king is to bestow upon himself the title of Titus Mead III. Rigmor has yet to sign it, but to do so, she would have to enter the nest of vipers. I cannot be sure whether they know of Rigmor's true ancestry. If they do, she would be considered a pretender to the imperial throne.
Sethius is a common bandit. Although very powerful, he is no noble. As far as we know, Titus Mead II left no living heir. As the noble houses of Cyrodiil bickered and argued, Sethius took the throne by right of combat. As Titus Mead I took the throne from Thules 200 years ago. Rigmor's ancestral link to Titus Mead I puts her in grave danger if Sethius were to find out.
If all she does is have to sign this document, so be it. But we cannot let her go alone. However much I hate what has happened to Cyrodiil, this bandit king becoming emperor by right of combat, we cannot change that, and don't want to. When the war happened, Sethius sent envoys. We told them Bruma was a free city. We wanted no trouble. I didn't want a repeat of what happened to Leowyn.
It was virtually razed to the ground, half the populace put to the sword in a shining example of the ruthlessness of our new liege. All the nobles, including ourselves, took a chance of amnesty, laid down our arms, and signed the white gold settlement of the year 203 of the Fourth Era. We were left as a free city only until recently. Cepheus now wants us to sign the noble decree as well. Apparently he needs it to legally become part of the Mead dynasty. Bruma is, after all, part of Cyrodiil and the Empire.
This Scythius, what of him? Bandit King, you say?
Free of all.
He was always causing problems here in Cyrodiil. After the disappearance of Mede II, his bandit army grew so big not even the legions could contain it.
His army would attack and plunder at will. The Imperial Court, in absence of the Emperor, sent for General Quintus Vitalis of the Northern Army. By the time Quintus arrived, it was all but over. Cepheus had marched into the Imperial City with some 5,000 men. Quintus could not cross the bridge.
The Imperial Court surrendered the city. Quintus was sent with the Northern Legion to the Hammerfell border to protect Anvil, effectively stopping Red Guard nomad bandits from the Brenner River area. You see, Guardian, now there is peace in Cyrodiil. What was destroyed is being rebuilt. There are no raids and attacks on the counties anymore. The bandit army became overnight the new Imperial army. Our only concern is Rigmor's welfare.
But by her nobility, Rigmor is now caught up in this ridiculous power play. We just want her to sign the document and return home. But as Jonte says, if they know, she might not return at all, and we cannot risk the chance that they do.
Don't worry. I'll escort Rigmor to the palace. Where is she?
If only I knew. I'll let Jonte fill you in on the current situation with my daughter. I must apologize, Dragonborn. I'm so tired and must retire. Once you've finished here, Carice will show you to your room.
Melisande?
Ah, yes, the errant countess. Rigmor is a law unto herself. I had hoped she might someday take responsibility for her newfound position, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, is it? Really? I'm afraid.
Still a rebel at heart?
You could put it that way, Guardian, but she seems happy when she does grace us with her presence. Of late, she's been spending her time between the Tap and Tack Ale House and the Roxy Inn. The latter is a mile south of this side of Lake Rumar.
I hope she found what she was looking for.
If she does frequent Bruma, she abodes at her apartment behind the cathedral, 5th house along from the inn in the lower quarter, or the Tap and Tack. You might try there first. Ask about. She keeps unruly company, and of late has been in the company of Count Leowin's son, Robert de Medallius.
Robert de Medallius?
After the sacking of Leowin and the murder of the Count and his family, Cepheus placed one of his trusted henchmen in the Count of Leowin's place. Robert is his son. Sigun and I tried to advise Rigmor that he is not of noble character. We had hoped to match her with the Count of Coral's son. And she took absolutely no notice whatsoever, and did as she always does. Her own thing, essentially.
You'd better be taking good care of her.
Guardian, as long as she's happy, or as happy as can be, considering her traumatic past, we are happy too. However you feel or felt for Rigmor, and I do know you became close, you were, after all, a guardian. Time moves on, but there's something else.
Go on.
Ariel Cepheus is a weak emperor. He is not the true power behind the throne. If it were a simple case of escorting Rigmor to the Imperial Court to simply sign the document, I would have sent an escort from the Bruma garrison, which would have sufficed. As you know, as a disciple of my beloved mistress, I have certain privileges and insight. And there is indeed a very real concern Rigmor would be in danger at the court.
What are you trying to tell me, Melisande?
We believe Cepheus' wife is a daughter of Cold Harbor.
Rumors are she is 300 years old, yet her skin maintains a likeness akin to that of porcelain.
We believe she is behind Cepheus' rise through the bandit ranks, and ultimately responsible for the usurpation of the imperial throne.
A daughter of Cold Harbor?
Yes, a vampire. My mistress thinks so. As far as we know, she is never seen in daylight at all.
Have children been disappearing here in Cyrodiil?
I think Friafoff is better informed to explain further.
There used to be many years ago, but it stopped all of a sudden after the catastrophe.
Continue, Friafoff. It's all right. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Friafoff was tutor to the former Countess of Bruma, Guardian, and can also explain the terrible manner in which the position became available.
Friafoff?
For many years I had served the former Count and Countess of Bruma, and schooled their only child, a daughter, in the ways of nobility, etiquette, and math. The Countess lost her husband in a riding accident when... I can't bring myself to say her name. One night, Sophia just disappeared. Oh, we searched. I never gave up. But as the weeks turned into months, the poor Countess became withdrawn. She lost the will to live and died of a broken heart. When Milady Rigmor arrived, she told me all about what had befallen her in Skyrim, how you had rescued Sorella, and how a similar thing that happened to Sophia happened to Sorella. That she, too, had bad dreams, heard voices calling her. I wish I'd taken more notice of the poor child. But that you rescued Sorella after an encounter with a coven of witch devils.
It didn't work out for them.
After investigating the disappearance of children in Cyrodiil, it stopped altogether about the time the coven was destroyed.
Same time as the rise of the Bandit King?
Sophia was the last. I fear I must also retire. Recalling this terrible event has taken its toll.
Can we trust that guy?
Oh, no doubt at all, Guardian. Rigmor's arrival saved him. They get along very well indeed, and she is rather fond of him. She rarely speaks to me, though, or her mother, if she does come to the castle. She thinks we meddle too much in her life. But she will confide in Friafoff.
Finding Rigmor has all of a sudden become more urgent.
There must be more to this. A dark set of events, Guardian. Something that eludes us. To have such powers of recalling, it all ties into my suspicions, but Cepheus is not an uncommon name. We could, of course, be completely and utterly wrong.
Well, if all has gone quiet, where did they go? And why stop now?
I'll have to conduct some investigations. Hammerfell would be a good starting point. After all, a brood mother must have a brood, and fledglings cannot help but make a lot of noise. I would advise you to rest for a while. If there are more sinister reasons to what's behind the Imperial throne, it certainly won't be anything to do with a young errant know-it-all. But we can't take the chance they know of her ancestry.
You did the right thing sending for me.
Keris will show you to your room. I must bid you good night.
Well met.
Carice?
Follow me, Dragonborn. It's so good to see you again.
It's good to see
Malasan
you.
prefers the college to the keep, but I actually like it here. The college is all I've ever known, mostly. And I still go there sometimes, but the keep feels so much more secure and not ready to fall into the sea. This way, Dragonborn. This is the Lord's Hall. Malasan and I share the same room, in the lower part of the living quarters, along with Threofoth. But we do have a special room, reserved for important guests in the upper quarters. Lady Segun resides here. The rooms are right next to Lady Rigmor's room. Dragonborn, it's going to be hard for her when she sees you again. Don't think you can just walk back into her life and begin where you left off.
Well, alright then. How is she?
She's fine. But lately it's been difficult for her to settle down.
This situation with Robert?
Why does he concern you?
Carice, I still love her.
Dragonborn, it's been a long time and people move on. She did try to write, and it was hard for her to let you go. She depended on you. She loved you with all her heart. But now she is happy again and is finding her own way, however that way may be. If you really love her, really in your heart, you will accept her how she is now.
I know what you're saying, but can't let it go. It's something special.
Rigmor told me she was intimate with you. But you must let her go. And gods forbid you tell anyone. You must never tell anyone. Not Malasam, Sigun, no one. It doesn't work that way anymore. She's nobility, and she is with Bobby now.
Bobby?
Yes, Robert. He really is a nice, charming man. He tries. Although she can be a handful, he's good for her. He cares about her.
Well, that's good.
Please don't ruin it.
Maybe you're right.
Go to the Tap and Tack and speak to Colin. He's the barkeeper there. If there are any rumours to be had, he is the one to talk to. He might be able to help you. Failing that, take this key to Rigmor's apartment. If she's not there, you might find some clues as to where she is.
Well, that was a lot, Tara. On the next episode, we'll go visit Colin at the Tap and Tack and see if we can find Rigmor. Thanks for watching. See you next time.